Welcome to You Can Do It. Today we're going to be working on lights, rear lights. So little tale behind this. Basically, I've been having problems with the a light coming up, telling me there's a light problem, and I couldn't find it. So what was happening? Look, if you turn this on, I was getting that light coming up there, coming on and off, and I couldn't find it anywhere. All the lights seemed to be working fine. Anyway, long story short, it turns out to be the rear number plate lights. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So let's go and investigate a little bit more. So at the back of the vehicle, look, the lights are on, and these trusty old lights up here, look, both of them are not working. So I'm going to take these screws. You just need a Phillips head screwdriver. So let's get on and do that. Phillips head in there. Just take that off. Right, that's undone, look. And this will come out, look. And I've already look, the bulb was blown, but not only that, but it's all corroded. So that's toast. So onto Amazon. I mean, you can go to the dealer and do what you want, but I've just bought some new one for Amazon. So these are turned up from Amazon. They were only about £5, something like that. I didn't go for LEDs because I don't particularly want my number plate to be be lit more brightly than it currently is. So that's fine. So this is one I've taken out of the packet. Look. So I'm quite surprised actually. I forgot to order bulbs, but they actually come with bulbs already. So it's even got the rubber seal as well, which is quite useful. So it's just a straight replacement. Okay, so we'll put the new one up. Look, and I've got it there. Pushes in, but look, it's not working. So there's some fault. Now these get completely, over here in Austria, these get completely washed out with salt and water during the winter, which is going to be 6 months. So that's presumably why they've all corroded, because water's got in. So look, I've tried that. Sometimes it could be these connections, so I've bent them out a little bit more. We'll try that again. And it still doesn't work. So there's a problem. What you can do up there, look, there's some little connections are up there. You can get a little file and scrub them a bit cleaner, which I've done, but it's still not working. So there's something wrong here. So yeah, it's not working. So what we're going to do now, first thing you can do is check that this works. So get your multimeter here, put it onto continuity. Get your two ends, it's on continuity. One there. You hear that? So there's continuity. The bulb's all right. So what my plan of attack is, I'm just going to take this whole thing off here and we'll have a look at what's going on. So let's get this taken off. Now we have to go on the inside for that. So what we've got to do now is we've got to take, I think we'll have to take that pull tie off. We'll take this whole thing up here. And this is the one thing where these tailgates like this, these single tailgates, are a pain in the butt. Because when there's a problem, they're either up or they're down. They're very difficult to sort of. So I'm just going to take these out. So I'll show you what to do now. Stick it in there, look, and if you turn it, the thing comes out. Just do one here that hasn't been done before. Put it in, spin it, look, and it'll come out like that. And once it gets out far enough, then you should be able to just go like that and pull the whole lot out. So I'm going to go around and do that with all of these. And there's the, I'm just going to take this handle off. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, the handle's off. Just be careful because you've got these two little things there, look, that can come off. So don't lose those when you take it off. Just be careful. Okay, so that's the handle. Okay, so now I've taken off that cover. So we're left with that. Look, you can see that's got a bolt there, 10mm there, 10mm there, and 10mm there. Right, this is the power cable that's connected into there. So first things first, we take that out, and then we need to put our voltmeter in there and just check that we've got 12 volts when the lights are on. So I can't do that and video at the same time, but there's your voltmeter. Set your voltmeter to like 20 volt range. Do some video at the same time. Basically, you stick your positive in one, negative in another. Make sure you get 12 volts. And I did get 12 volts on my voltmeter, so I know for 100% that there's power there. So the problem is definitely in here. So this intermittent problem has been, there's been a problem here somewhere, which is why the light comes off and sometimes goes out again. Anyway, let's just take this. So we're going to undo these with a 10mm spanner. I'll take them off. Okay, I've got those 4 off now, and then I need to close the lid now. We'll take it off from the other side. Well, here's the nut. Here are the nuts, and look, you see that one and that one are corroded, so that means water's been getting in there somehow. So we're getting closer. Okay, here in Austria, I have to drop these, drop the number plate down because it won't come off unless I do these holders. So then you basically, there we are. She's come off, and so has obviously. Be careful. I'll let that go back up. So she's come off, but there's obviously a rubber seal here. Look. So this is the culprit, I reckon. Okay, after a bit of this is a culprit then. So basically, this is a rubber seal here that goes along here. Look, and presumably this presses up when you mount this against the body. This presses up here tight to stop water coming off of your back window and then coming down here into this gap here, and then obviously covering all this with water and salt water, in particular over here, and corroding it. Now look, I found these. Look, see that they're pushed out. Well, if you look down there, you've got your connections. If you push that, well, that comes back up again. So I reckon it's easy to get to when you're trying to refit the new one. You can push those out. So that might be what the problem is. So what I'm going to do is just clean up those connectors with a file, and then we'll be back. Just use that little file there, and I've cleaned those connectors up there and there. So what I can do now is fit one of those lamps, and then we can just connect this up with it hanging and see if it works. I've connected that up. I haven't put my screws in yet, and then I've connected it up there. Look, and it's still not on. So I've got to do a bit more investigation to what's going on here. I've just taken the other light out. Look how corroded that is in there. So this is a real problem. So I'm now going to check for continuity between these two and this switch here. Now I've just actually checked the continuity between this bulb, and it works. So that bulb actually is good. So therefore it's obviously telling me there's something wrong here. So just to reiterate, look, the problem that we have is this seal here, obviously over time corrodes or whatever, and then so all the water, see there's no seal here, basically all the water when it comes off the back of the tailgate, it's just going straight down here and covering all this with water, and obviously some of it gets in here and corrodes. And the telltale sign was that it was even getting up into here, so the water was coming in, and the capillary action was sucking the water back up to these. So let me just try and crack on, and I'll see if I can carry on and find out what the fault is. Okay, so these here, these little connectors, they actually sort of fit in here. You just need to put a screwdriver in the side and push this out. But you can see, look, there's that one there, and there's this one there. So I'm going to try and clean them up and see if that makes a difference. But it's looking like I might end up having to just go to VW and just get a new one of these cables, do a profit job, and then I'm going to get a new seal. If they don't sell it, I'll have to find something and fabricate a seal. So that's really important. So this is the problem, basically, that seal perishes, water goes down here, and it just corrodes all this up, and your light will be constantly coming on your dashboard. So let me get on. Okay, I've checked it all out with the meter. The brown's all fine. This green and purple, what it looks like, there's a problem somewhere up here. So I'm just going to rip this out and get a new one. So let me rip it out. This cable comes out alright, and then this here sort of clips in there. Look, that's all part of the thing. So I can take all that out. Okay, cable's out. It's got the part number on there and everything. So I'm going to go and get a new one from VW tomorrow. Now I need to use it. Wife needs to use this to take the kid to kindergarten and everything, so I need to put all this back minus the lights. So what I'll do is I'll just clean all that up and then put the new lights back in, and we will be back when I have the new cable. Okay, we're back. Went down to VW. Good old VW won't sell me this cable. I have to buy the whole thing here with all the lights and everything, including the seal. So you can't buy them separately, you have to buy the whole lot. So the one I would buy would have to be resprayed and everything, so forget that. So I've just done a best job I can with the Wago connector there, and then I put some amalgamation tape there to sort of seal it all up. So I've plugged this into the cable up here and checked it all, and there's power there and everything, so there's continuity between it all now. So what the problem was in the end was a break here where they take one wire and split it into two. There was a break there. So anyway, that's all sorted now, so I'm going to put all that back and let's see where we get on. Okay, that fitted in there. It was a bit tight there, but we got it in. I'll put one side in, but when you put these in, just make sure, look, if you look, they're handed. You see that that's leaning to one side. That's because if you look at these down there, look, you can see that they're angled. So you've got to make sure when you put this in that you get it the right way so that it goes in. Otherwise you can put it in and it won't work. It's because you've actually put it in the wrong way. Okay, so let me just put that one in and then we'll test it. Okay, they're all in there. So what I'm going to do is just quickly plug that in up there. Okay, that one's working, but that one's not. So I need to go and take that one back out and check what's going on. Okay, that's in. Both work, so we can rest. That's fixed now. So now we've just got to worry about this seal. I can't buy this seal separately, so I'm going to go down. I'm going to have to try and fabricate one. So what I'm going to do is go down to the local agricultural place and see if they've got any oil seal rubber like that I can use. So my idea at the moment is to maybe put some silicone sealer along there and then press something that's roughly the same size as that. And yeah, let's see. So I'm going to nip off to there and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back in the house. I went down the farm shop, and they've got 5mm gasket O-ring rubber. So I've just got some of that. I've cut it to size and I've super glued it in here, look, all the way around here. And there was a little bit down here on the side here that goes in like that on the original ones. So I've done that. So and then just used a bit of just old cheapy old super glued that in, and that seems to work fine. And my only worry is obviously if I put that in, it might be too big, and then it's going to sit proud or push proud. But I don't know. Let's see. So I'm going to go and try that on the vehicle now. But that's definitely the way to go, and that will not perish like this stuff. This is just sort of like foam rubbery rubbish. Look, that is the proper McCoy. It cost me about £2.50, but that is proper high pressure O-ring rubber. So let's try it. Okay, that's fitted on the car a treat actually. I mean the gaps, I mean a little bit. I mean you won't notice it once you stop looking at it all the time. But that was a 5mm strip, so probably if they got a 4.5mm or 4mm seal, that would do better. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That's really happy. So I now know that's completely sealed all around there, and that all works. So that's a treat. So you have done it. I hope you liked the video. If it's helped you, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more information on VWs and stuff, give me a subscribe. You can do it.